So the first card you have your past is the Hanged Man. Okay, this is really interesting. It feels like you're one way and then you turn up the other way, upside down, like this Hanged Man. It feels really fast. It feels like a really quick change. Yeah, it's like a huge change. It's like you had one lot of feelings or one state of mind, or you had one idea or something, and then you suddenly changed to something else. It just feels like, because this Hanged Man, he's kind of hanging back and he's not doing anything. So it's like, you're going along, not really feeling all that great maybe, and you're kind of just holding back. You weren't really participating in a lot of things, probably a lot of social things. I think you're just feeling a little bit like that at the time. And, you might still be like that, because I don't know when this change happens. It might not have happened yet. But then there's this quick change. So it just feels really, really fast. You know what it's like? It feels like this adrenaline. It's like this rush of blood to the head. And obviously this Hanged Man's upside down, so his blood would be rushing to his head because he is upside down. So I'm seeing a new person here as well, someone new. It might be a friend, but I actually think there's more there, potential to turn into more. And I think when you meet this friend, if you haven't already, those feelings are going to be there. You're going to feel this very, very electric, very, this adrenaline, this like connection, and you're going to be like, oh, I hope it turns into more. I'm really attracted to them. So it's kind of like that. So I don't know if you've met this person yet or not. I don't know. But yeah, they're very, very fresh, very new, very exciting, exhilaration, all that kind of thing. So yeah, if you're single, it could absolutely turn into more for you if this is a friend, if you already know who this is. I'm seeing new environments as well. So, you might be visiting new things, new areas that you haven't been to before, maybe with this person, might be on your own, I don't know, but lots of newness. I'm also picking up on music, new music. I think for you, music can be a bit like a soundtrack to what's happening in your life. It is for a lot of people, but, I think there's a lot of new music here, and it's going to really be really interesting, really fresh. It feels so, so fresh. And I think, when you look back on this time and you hear this music again, it's going to remind you of this time, because it's a very, very special time. And I think you do that now. I think you hear music and it reminds you of old times and you remember that, gives you that same feeling. Because I think each stage in your life has a different feeling to it. And so that's what I'm getting there with that music. So yeah, I think this person who's around you, or who's going to be around you if they're not already, I think they actually might have something to do with music. Might be their career, might be they play music, or they just love music and they talk about it all the time. Because I'm seeing a lot of music around this person. And yeah, I think they're going to introduce you to a lot of new things and new music probably as well. So there's a lot of music around this. I know that sounds a bit strange, but that's what I'm getting. And I know this is quite specific as well, but if this is you, I'm really, really happy for you, because it feels amazing. What I'm feeling here, like, it feels exhausting because it's a lot of adrenaline, but very, very exciting and very positive, very good. Okay, so the next card you have, you're past the Knight of Pentacles. So this is the opposite. This is the slow card. Okay, so what I was seeing in the Hanged Man, obviously it's fantastic. And I really want you to experience this. I'm really happy for you because it feels really amazing. Now, because I was seeing this quick change between just kind of holding back, sitting back, not really doing much, not socializing all that much, to kind of changing that, being around this person, feeling exhilarated, going out all the time and all of that. So a huge difference. So I think when you're in the mode of kind of holding back, being by yourself, it sounds a bit boring, but you got a lot done. And, a lot of work gets done when you're in that mode. So, I've got to say, your life isn't that exciting, or wasn't that exciting, depending on where you are. But a bit like mine. But if that resonates, you're just by yourself, you're just working, concentrating on that. And I actually think with your work, it got you out of a bad situation in your past as well. So you worked your way out of something. So it's important to you. You've worked a lot. You've worked quite hard. So there's a little bit of a warning here. So I don't want to say go backwards, but you were focused. You were getting a lot done at that time. And with this new exciting person and everything else, there's a little bit of a risk that you might not be able to concentrate on your work. So, it's just a matter of finding balance. And if this is a love connection, of course, everyone loves that feeling of just being carried away, swept away in love. And, I am really happy if this is what you're feeling. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want you to lose sight of your goals. And you're not usually this kind of person. You don't usually kind of jump into love like that. You love being in love, but you're also a really independent person. You're also a very focused person. You're very work focused. So, I just keep on feeling this huge adrenaline rush. It's huge. It's like being on a ride, an amusement park ride. And, if you're on an amusement park ride and you're trying to concentrate on work, it's impossible. So, so just a warning. I'm not trying to make you boring. Scorpios are never boring anyway. This is just something. It's just something I'm picking up on. So just something to be aware of. Okay, so the last card you have for your past, the Eight of Swords. Yeah. So so I'm seeing work here again. I think this might actually be another warning to you. I know it sounds like I'm a party pooper. I'm not really. I'm not. But yeah, obviously, you're not going to completely neglect your work. I'm not seeing that. And you have to keep working, obviously, and you want to as well. I don't think you have any big problems around work. I'm not seeing that. Might be work, might be a business. But yeah, just be careful. Just be on the alert. I don't want to make you paranoid, but I'm just getting this feeling of someone looking over your shoulder, watching what you're doing. I think you might have been... Yeah, I think you know this. I think you know that someone's doing this, or you did at this time. You're highly intuitive. It feels quite subtle to me. It feels like a subtle intrusion. It's like, say if you pointed this out to this person, if you said, what are you doing? You're watching what I'm doing. Why are you doing that? Or if you confronted them, it might look like you were in the wrong, or it might look like you're being petty or something, because this can be about censorship as well, feeling as if you can't say things. So, if this is making any sense to you, just be on extra alert. Don't be like this woman. Take your blindfold off. Just be aware of what's happening around you at work. Because someone's looking at what you're doing, and they like what you're doing as well. So it might be that they try to pass your work off as theirs or something. So just barriers up, borders up, passwords, change your password if you need to things. Just do whatever you can, and just secure whatever you're doing. Just make sure that everything's hidden, put away, locked away, or whatever. I know you shouldn't have to do that, but I'd rather do that than have someone kind of do something to you, copy your work, or I don't know. It feels like something like that. Okay, so the first card you have your presence, the Ace of Swords. Yeah, again, make sure your sword's up. Make sure you're guarding yourself, especially if you've got this kind of exciting thing going on, this love connection. It might not have happened yet, I don't know. But if that is all resonating with you, that's got to distract you from your work. So make sure you have your guard up and you're not kind of, forgetting things. The other thing is, there's some kind of proposal here. I'm not seeing a marriage proposal, sorry about that. But, well, it can be about that depending on what's around it. But this is some kind of offer. I'm actually seeing an offer for an application, if that makes sense. You might know what this is already. It's something you have to apply for. And there's a really, really strong chance of you getting this, actually, because it looks like someone's recognized a talent in you, or some kind of an ability that you have or something like that. And I think what's happening is they're inviting you to apply for this. It's like, oh, I think you'd be perfect for this, so why don't you apply? And I'll give you a reference, or I'll put a word in for you. It's something like that. So yeah, it's an application, and you're going to have to do the normal things. Just because this person's recommending you doesn't mean you don't have to do that. So you do have to do that. But yeah, there's a recommendation. I think you're going to be recommended by someone. It doesn't feel like unfair privileges or anything like that. You're not related to the boss or anything. It's like someone sees talent in you and they're supporting you in this application. So yeah, I really hope that resonates with you, because this is a really good opportunity. There's a lot of work here. So, it's a double-edged sword. It's a good thing, but there's also work. But it's absolutely worth it, So if you know what this says, don't shy away from this. Do this. Okay, so the next card you have for your presence, the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so yeah, this is this big, fast, rapid change. Amazing change. So I'm getting that again here. Okay, so the other thing is, this is going to sound a bit strange, or maybe it won't, I don't know, but I keep on seeing music. I'm seeing it again here. There might be a concert. There's adrenaline, there's music, there's movement. It's all there together. So it might be some kind of a concert, music concert. Yeah, and I think you might be at this concert that's coming up with this person, because there's music around them. Yeah, wow, there are a lot of intense feelings here. A lot of intense feelings, very positive. Yeah, it's fast. It's an adrenaline rush. So yeah, this is, if this resonates, and if this is about a friend that you know, and if you're kind of getting those kinds of feelings around a friend, and if they like music, if it all kind of adds up to you, and you think this might turn into a love connection, my feeling is that yeah, it'll definitely happen. This will happen for you. And it's going to be fast. It's going to be really fast, so get ready for this. I don't know if I'm describing this properly, because it sounds really a bit crazy to me, because it feels like I'm on a roller coaster or something. So I'm trying to kind of read this to you from these cards, from what I'm seeing here. When I'm on a roller coaster, that's what it feels like. So I'm trying to talk to you while I'm on a roller coaster. But yeah, I hope it does make sense. But yeah, this is a really amazing reading. I really like this, actually. It's really different. Okay, so I'll get off the roller coaster. Okay, so the last card you have your presence, the Seven of Cups. Yeah, okay. I'm just looking at this, and I'm looking at the Eight of Wands as well. It feels like a bit of a bombardment. It actually feels like a bit of a delusional bombardment, if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think you might have been dealing with someone for a while, or maybe you're trying to ignore them. Yeah, this is someone who tries to message you a lot, and yeah, they try to contact you, probably through different kinds of social media. I think they might be on different kinds of, they might be on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything. And they try and kind of, message you on here and message you on there. And it feels like they have some kind of inflated idea of how close you are. I don't think you are close to this person, but they think that you are. So, yeah, if you've tried to speak to them, which I think you have tried to speak to them, yeah, even that feels a bit dangerous to me, because, if you try and contact them, it feels as if they take that as an invitation as well. So there's nothing you can really do. It feels a bit like, feeding a monster. No matter what you say to them, whether it's good or bad or whatever, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm not saying they're a monster. I don't think they're a bad person at all. I just don't think they're in touch with reality, really. And I'm getting these kind of ups and downs. It's a bit like waves, ups and downs, a bit like the roller coaster, ups and downs, ups and downs. So maybe they go through times when they try to contact you all the time. It goes on and on and on. And then I think it stops for a while and then it starts up again. So yeah, I think because I'm seeing this here, I think that's a message to you to just watch out that it might be starting up again for you. Yeah, just watch out for this. I don't think you're afraid of them, but just be aware of this. Just watch out. They're far away from you, I think, so I don't think they'll come near you physically. So you don't have to worry. And I don't think you're afraid, but yeah, just watch out for that. Okay, so the first card you have for your future is the Page of Wands. Yeah, I think this is probably about this thing, this application. I'm getting a bit of I'm getting these feelings of not inadequacy, but you might be thinking, oh, can I really do this? Am I up to this? Because pages are students, and this page is looking up to the top of this wand, and it looks as if he's kind of measuring up. It's like, do I measure up? Can I do this? Am I good enough? So I don't think this is about your abilities, because I think you're capable. You can do this, and you are capable. You can do this, but it might be something like going back to learn, feeling as if you're going back to square one again. It might be you're a mature age student or something like that. So if you recognise yourself in this, in what I'm seeing here, and maybe if you're in the middle of this application, or if you're thinking about this, and maybe you're having second thoughts, you're thinking, oh, can I do this? Is this what I want to do? At least apply. That's my message to you here. At least apply. Put the application in, because for one, it feels really, really positive to me. And the other thing is, if you do apply, and if you do get this, you can always say no later. But then, if you don't apply, you won't have that option. So at least do that, and then you'll have the option. That's what I'm getting there. And there's a lot of growth here. You'll really, really, really grow as a person if you do this. It does look very, very positive. So I have to just tell you that if you're kind of thinking, oh, shall I do this or not? That's what I'm getting there. Okay, so the next card you have for your future is the Knight of Wands. Right, okay, so I'm looking at these two cards together, this one and the Ten of Pentacles. And there's a bit of a sequence here, so I'm going to talk about them together. And also, I think also, if you look at these two cards together, or for me anyway, I think they pretty much sum up a lot of the messages that are already in this reading. So I'll try and be brief. I'll try and talk about them briefly. So, okay, so the Knight of Wands, obviously he's a really forceful knight. He's all about action, rushing ahead, doing things. Now, and this reminds me of that really fast change, and it reminds me of that, this love connection and kind of rushing in quickly. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with rushing in with this love connection. I'd be the same, because it looks really amazing. It really looks amazing. I'm just getting all these really strong feelings, excitement, all of that. It just feels like you've gone from one world into another world. It's a bit like the Wizard of Oz. But yeah, again, don't let these feelings push the rest of your life out of balance, because that happens sometimes when people fall really heavily. Everything else in their life goes a bit kind of crazy. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but you need to be really mindful of that, because I'm seeing that all over this reading. I'm seeing that you've worked really, really hard. You've gotten yourself to where you are work-wise, and you're in a really good position. And if you keep on the same path, you're going toward the King of Pentacles. You're going toward a lot of wealth. You're going toward a lot of money, but you have to keep on that path. And also, I think this thing that you're applying for is probably going to add to that as well. So, you're working your way up to that. But yeah, absolutely, be with this person, have fun, enjoy your relationship or whatever, but don't lose sight of your goals, and try and find some kind of a balance between the two. I really hope this resonates, because if you're trying to find balance between this amazing relationship that's so exciting and the money in the King of Pentacles, you've got two amazing things that you're kind of in between. So you can't really go wrong between the two of them.